Hi, Leo. This is Jess with your July 2016 reading. I hope you guys are enjoying your July so far. Let's get into your reading. So, I see here that some of my Leos was sitting pretty coming into this month. I feel like some of you feel as if you got what you want or you were going to get what it is that you wanted. Unfortunately, I feel like some of you had a judgment placed against you. Okay. If this is at the workplace, maybe some of you were feeling like there was a discrepancy at the job. Maybe you had to go to a board for review, or maybe you had to go to EEOC for some of you. Maybe you had to take it to court, or maybe they were handling it in house. Some type of fallout discrepancy that you were having on the job with someone, or maybe your department or your superior. And I see that perhaps things didn't necessarily go your way. And now some of you are feeling like, you know what, this isn't right. Like, I didn't get what I deserved. Like, this is unfair to me. This person, whoever made the decision, made the wrong decision. And see, the challenge is going to be for you to even make this thing right, for them to see it your way. I don't see that they're going to see it your way at all. And as a result, I feel like some of my Leos are going to be looking to exit stage left. You guys are like, you know what? You guys have done this is the last straw. I know that I was right. I know that I was treated unfairly. And now you guys are going to go side with this other person, or you guys are going to side with my superior, even though they did me wrong. I was shortchanged, or whatever the circumstances. I'm out of here. I'm going to leave. And so you guys are going to start looking elsewhere. I feel like some of you could actually start to look internationally and really decide to go abroad. For some of my Leos, you're actually saying, you know what, I'm actually going to leave this country. Some of you could have gotten a decline judgment on your visa. So some of you that are here for work, like in the United States or in another country, that you have to have working papers and certain clearances before you can stay somewhere, and you had temporary authorization to stay, and you felt really good that, you know what, this is easy. I've done what I needed to do, and I'm just waiting for them to clear me, and then everything should be fine. Some of you have gotten a negative response, a judgment against you, and therefore now you have to leave. And there is no trying to appeal or speak to whomever that made the judgment against you. And I feel as though some of my Leos are just looking like in a state of mental shock. Like, what just happened? Like, you almost can't believe it. I feel for some of my Leos, like, yeah, you have to go. And some of you are going to be leaving, going back to your home town. I say hometown, but going back to the country that you're from, going back to your homeland, actually where you're from. Okay. So obviously that is going to be some international travels for you guys. I feel like for those of you that applies to, there will be a giving. You will find a balance. Perhaps there will be some benefit for some of my Leos going back to their homeland. Okay. Some of you might meet someone that will be quite significant for my Leos when you go back to your homeland. A fire sign, maybe Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person. But I feel like some of you are going to really be still challenged with the fact that this has happened to you. Like, I can't believe that I'm no longer, the place that I built so much of my life, or I had so much hope and promise for my future. And now I'm back here. And I feel as time goes on, some of you are really going to take it hard. And again, I'm still focusing on these Leos that are being deported. Some of you guys are being deported. Now, for everyone else, or for those of you that are dealing with some troubles at the workplace and now you're deciding to leave, I feel like that leaving this environment is going to get you into a better place, because you've just been dealing with a bunch of drama and unnecessary nonsense with this company, with your supervisor, with the bureaucracy at your job, and you're just like, enough is enough. Okay. And there's going to definitely be new beginnings in another environment. I feel like this in place will probably be foreign to you. So maybe this is going to be you guys treading on new territory. Maybe deciding that, you know what, I don't want to do accounting anymore. Now I'm going to focus on entertainment. Now I'm going to do social media type of stuff. But I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a whole new chapter in your life. Okay. So congratulations. It's always nice to start new. It can be frightening at first, but if you take it on with a positive outlook, which is normal for Leos, it's just a great adventure that you can take on to just kind of to start writing your new life on a fresh, clean page. So that's good to see. And I see with this new opportunity, guys, starting this new chapter in your life, I feel like it's going to make you feel balanced. Like, okay, I'm getting what I need with this new opportunity in this new work environment, in this new place. I'm getting what I need. Even some of you may not necessarily be moving out of your company, although let's say your company is a really well-known company, and so you're able to leave one state and move to another state. Like, you know what, I'm going to leave this department. I want to go to a whole different type of department or environment in the company, and then you move, but then where you're interested in, you may have to leave and go to a different state, different country, and you're saying, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to start doing that. Some of you may decide to say, you know what, I'm going to be a stewardess. Is that what they still call them? A flight attendant. I'm sorry. Some of you guys will decide to say, I'm going to be a flight attendant. Do something so out of the norm that is travel heavy. So some of you may go from a very mundane, typical, I'm trying to think of the word I want to say, day in, day out, same kind of processes, behind a desk, pushing paper type of job, to something that's so adventurous and just out of the box. But it's going to be something that feeds you, that really gives you what you've been looking for. I feel that, again, a fire sign is going to be very pivotal for you guys in the work sphere. So you may meet a business partner of a fire sign. You may be interviewing with a fire sign person who's going to be very dynamic, somebody that likes to be on the move, someone that definitely would be in an environment that involves a lot of traveling and being on the go and kind of having every day be different from the day before. Very dynamic. Again, this is you showing up as well. So I feel like fire signs are going to be very important to you this month. And I feel like you're still going to be a little traumatized. Even though things are going to be going well for you guys, I feel like you're still going to be a little traumatized to an extent, fearing that, oh God, are these people going to treat me the way that I was treated with this job? Am I going to bump into the same type of, environment or culture that I was dealing with at that place? Okay. Don't allow that to get you to a point where you're just being destabilized. I feel like if you are moving on to another environment, you may be finding yourself dealing with someone that is emotionally disabled. Possibly a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio woman. Does not have to be that sign, does not have to be a woman, but someone that is emotionally unstable, someone that is irrational on a emotional level. Just make sure that, guys, this is not you taking on this energy. Make sure that you are not the person that is becoming a little emotionally distraught over your circumstance and situation, because I do see that there is a great opportunity for you guys to let go of anything that you feel like, okay, every day I wake up, I have to fight. Every day I wake up, I have to, I have to be on 10,000% because I can't let this person get the best of me. I can't let these people get the best of me. Let it go. Get over it. Too many great things are happening for you guys. And I feel like great things are happening away from your local environment. So step out there, guys. Definitely step out of your comfort zone and be open to new possibilities that are foreign to you. That's the perfect way I could explain it. Be open to new possibilities that are foreign to you, because out of that comes so much more, guys. You're going to gain so much good fortune from going outside of your comfort zone, from challenging yourself and going into uncharted territories. Okay. And again, we're focusing on career and money. Now, as it relates to love, I can see here that some of you are feeling really good about yourself. A lot of my Leos were feeling like, especially those that were going through a divorce, you guys already know where I'm going with this, right? Some of you, I'm sure, can already see where I'm going with this. I see here that there is a divorce that's definitely going. Okay. I feel like at this point, judgments have been made, not in your favor. The problem is that either you are having an issue with your attorney or the judge, okay? Whomever represented you, you feel like they didn't do a good job. Maybe you were clashing with this person. You've had some issues possibly with the judge, albeit the decision has been made and it was not in your favor, okay? Again, you're feeling like you just need justice, okay? Some of you could be feeling like you want to appeal the situation, you want to move forward. Mind the advice that I stated before as it related to work. Again, guys, you want to apply it here. You want to just let go of things that you feel, if you have to put too much fight into it, let it go. It is what it is. You're just going to have to start again. You don't always win everything. Okay. And so for that's for my Leos that this applies to. Some of you are feeling like, you know what, this is not right. I need justice. I need this to be fair. This isn't fair. Okay. Also, I want to say that some of you feel like, no, my judgment was fair. I got exactly what I wanted. Everything was great with me. This judgment went against him. So it could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Okay. So a judgment could have went against your husband or your significant other that is an air sign. Okay. And the challenge is for them to kind of recuperate and get themselves together, because regardless if they do or not, you're leaving. Okay, you're leaving. Some of you are literally leaving your homeland. You're saying, you know what? I'm done with this divorce. I'm done with this person. I don't have to deal with them anymore. I'm totally leaving. I'm literally starting from scratch all over again. Okay. And I do see this big move, guys. Some of you are comment below if some of you are leaving your country. Comment below, or you can email me if some of you are being deported, because I do see this very clearly in your cards. And I see that some of you feel like, listen, I can have the world in my hands, but I know I can't have it here. I'm being stifled by just being in this environment, my local home. I need to leave. I need to go someplace else. Others of you are really closing that chapter in your life. Okay. So this applies if you feel like, okay, I've went through a divorce. The judgment was against me. The judgment was for me. Apply it how it needs to be. But either way, you're moving forward. You're moving away. Some of you are going to be relocating again, another country, out of state, out of town. You really just want what's yours. You really want things to be fair. That's it. You just want what it is that you deserve. And I feel like for some of you guys that the judgment went your way. Okay. You are really feeling like, okay, I'm glad I got what I deserved. Okay, now I can start to mentally move on from this situation because I got what I deserved. Okay, and it could have been against another fire sign, right? Or in moving away, traveling long distance, you may meet a fire sign such as yourself, another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person. Okay, but I do see that there's still this situation for those of my Leos that the judgment went against you. There is this still dwelling on the fact that, now I'm in the poorhouse. Now you're scared that you're never going to be able to recoup what you had. And you're in the poorhouse. And now nothing is ever going to work out right. And nothing's ever going to be right. And because you're so dwelling on this negative thing, it's going to be from you literally feeling like you're lost and in despair and have no hope, to you being emotionally just absolutely gone. Okay. So be careful with that, guys. Don't manifest any more negative energy than is necessary. Try to even cut that off. Don't start thinking that way. Definitely reach out to those that you feel will support you. If some of you feel like a judgment was against you and you had to pay out some monies that you feel like now has put you in a hole, understand, again, opportunities are there for you. Don't try to buck the system. Accept it for what it is. Move forward. A lot of great opportunities are going to be there for you in foreign places. So keep that in mind. Also, I see here that for some of my Leos, and it just was very clear to me, I had a couple of cards fall out. So some of you are dealing with a water sign. Okay, that you're going to have to cut off this person. You're going to have to cut this person off, because I feel like maybe you've had some problems in the past with this person, okay? And there was some decisions that were made that maybe you feel like you didn't make the right decision with this person, okay? Because you felt like at that time, I was upset, I wasn't thinking straight, and so I didn't make the right decision breaking up with this person, or, or getting back with this person, whatever side of the coin you're on. And so now you're like, okay, I want to be fair with the situation. I want to give it another try. You may be going back to this person, trying to work things out yet again. This person may be a distance from you, and you guys are trying to start a new chapter. You are giving your part. You're giving everything that you can. And this person, I feel like they really do have you on the brain. I feel like they almost like worship you. For some of you out there, they really are like all dead focused on you. But I feel like you are losing hope in this situation. You're like, you know what? When I'm around this person, things for me, I'm like, this person is holding me back. Things for me just don't go right when I'm with this person. It's almost like my life starts to revert back, and not in a good way, when I reunite with this person or rekindle things with this person. So you're hoping that doesn't happen. But the outcome is that you guys, and I'm speaking not just from this outcome card, but cards that flew out, that you guys are literally going to let this person go. You're getting over the situation with this person. You're letting them go. You're literally going to drop them. Okay. Because this person, although you guys have a really good connection and bond, and I feel that's the reason you almost feel like this person is your soulmate, and that's why you keep going back and you keep giving them chances. But you know that this person is not stable emotionally. This person is not good for you. It seems like every time they are with you, your finances and your circumstances start to dwindle in a negative way. So because of that, you're starting to realize that, hey, if I want prominence in my life and if I really want to soar, I have to lose this baggage. I have to let this person go. And I feel like some of you will definitely be doing that. And out of that comes, once again, good luck. And so you need to stay on that streak and stop trying to look back. If you know that this person is hindering you, let it go, wish them all the best, and, move forward. That is what I have for you guys. I hope this resonates. Thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe, because I will be back next week with another one. Take care.